Looks like the Impractical Joker's era is ending in disgrace. James Murray of the popular prank show is being canceled for allegedly having an inappropriate relationship with a minor in 2012.
I was 16 or 17 when I first reached out to say I was a fan. That's when he offered meet and greet tickets. He bought me lots of nice things, gave my money for private taxis, and things no adult would have been needing money for. This all happened between the ages of 16 to 18. Please remember, I was young. I thought this celebrity liked me, and that it was the coolest thing ever at the time. I acknowledge my part in this, but people need to be aware so something worse doesn't happen to other young women.
These jokers are being a bit too impractical. Everyone, I hope you guys are having a cozy Saturday. This has been a crazy week for fans of Impractical Jokers, because as many of you already know, there was a controversy with 45-year-old Joe Gatto hooking up with a 90-year-old fan. I don't believe it was SA, but regardless, I think that's an NC bit weird. But now, today, it's only getting worse because new allegations have come out about another member of the show, James Murray, better known as Mur. These allegations spawned on Reddit yesterday, where a woman explained the story. Allegedly, she was 16 in the UK when she started talking with him when he was 35, back in 2012, and some inappropriate messages were exchanged. Very inappropriate, as a matter of fact. I'll discuss if it counts as grooming a bit later, but yeah, that's the real, backed up, credible allegation. At some point, she also alleged that they had sexual contact when she was 17 before they stopped interacting when she was like 22 or something. But I won't be getting into that because I haven't seen any evidence for that bit, but also because debating if that's illegal is a very tacky conversation, because this fan was in the UK where the age of consent is 16. I'm not saying that rectifies what he did or the way he talked with her, but in order to save myself from a lawsuit, I won't be saying that what he did was illegal. Instead, I just want to prove that what he did was very, very weird. So unfortunately, the only way I can show this Reddit post is for this tweet, because now if you try to find it, it's gone. I guess the person that posted it, not that they're lying, but that they felt embarrassed, how much part they shared about themselves. But anyways, it reads, James Murray of the popular prank show is being cancelled for allegedly having an inappropriate relationship with a minor in 2012. It comes days after Joe Gatto was accused of sexual misconduct and entered rehab. Oh boy, so here it is anyways. I'll call this person Pretend Crab, because that's a name right here, the user, themselves. But it says, I've only shared what I feel comfortable with at the moment. Sensitive for obvious reasons. I was 16 or 17 when I first reached out to say I was a fan. That's when he offered a meet and greet ticket. On the night, they ended up being all access. I met him before the show for dinner and then went to the after party where me and my friend were giving shots all night. He kissed me. I don't remember much else about that night. Now, I'm not sure if she means in this story when they kissed if she was 16 or 19, because there's another picture in this one which clarifies that she was 19 in this one, so I'm not entirely sure. But anyways, we met up again a few times when he came to London. I would go to the parties and stay in his hotel. I haven't uploaded the videos in his hotel room as my friend's indecent. There seems to be a pretty big worry of her and her friends being shown, so that's why. She just shows some proof. I'll show in a second. But any pictures of her or friends is either not shown or heavily censored. Anyways, his management and team were there. He bought me lots of nice things, gave my money for private taxis, and things no adult would have been needing money for. Some text from me when I was in New York, he was begging me to come over in the middle of the night. I was with my mom. I ended up going to his apartment the next day. There's a picture from that night. Oh boy. This all happened between the age of 16 and 18. Please remember, I was young. I saw a celebrity liked me, and that was the coolest thing ever at the time. I know my part in this, but we need to be aware so something worse can happen to other young women. I met girls as young as 15 doing illicit substance with regards to the parties. Be safe. So once again, there's two things being alleged. One of them is backed up where they talked and he was being very inappropriate with her. The second thing about, them having sexual contact, I'm not entirely sure. If I find more evidence, I'll back it up or talk about it. But right now, I haven't seen that just yet. But like I said before, the original post was taken down because I guess the person regretted it. And if you want to see the actual evidence they posted, it was including this mega thread on r/Impractical Jokers under this one. Yeah, I think the beginning is about Joe Gatto. We know about him. But the one about Mur is right here. Accusation number 1. Mur inappropriate messages to a fan 2012. So if you click it, and by the way, it's fucked when they link to Imgur. it's gonna get messy. So here we go. See, January 2nd, 2012, James Murray. What says here? First message, I just turned 16 3 months before this. He was turning 36 in 4 months as his interaction. Where he said, "Hello, hey there, give me 2 minutes. I have to run into the edit bay for a second and give an editor note. Be right back. Oh, alright. Hey, sorry about that. Haha, nah, it's all good." So we got an awesome thing we're sending you and Lisa. You guys should have, whatever. Hey, when I turned 18, this part, bro, okay, this was the part where maybe like, oh my god, this is fucked. I'm not gonna, call him, Pete or whatever, but this section was like, did he do grooming? Just saying, hey, when I turned 18 in a year and a half, do you think we could go out, smiley face, tongue out, whatever weird text that is. This part, holy fuck, haha, you're awesome, blank. Once you turn 18, email me the same question, I'll be happy to answer. Oh my god, okay, this is fucked. He can't use the excuse that he didn't know because he literally admitted to it happening, Jim knowing her age and also being like, once you turn 18, maybe I'll do it. That's fucked. If we had like a whole catalog, of stuff that he sent to her, trying to groom her, I would call her, I would call him a groomer, definitely. But even now, I would consider this a degree of grooming because that is very fucking weird. That's very weird, as it says right here, as a 35-year-old man. What the fuck are you doing, Ma? Hey, Ma? You're gonna say single? Oh, and this part's well after. Holy shit. You're gonna say single until then. Tongue out emoji. I'll do my best. Promise. I'm sorry. You could be like the most diehard fan of James Murray, and you cannot defend this at all. This is so weird. With Joe Gatto, he was being very bizarre, But I don't think, he had a fan that was under 18 being like, stay fresh until then. I mean, with James Murray, he's not married, or he wasn't married, around that time in 2012. So it makes it better than fucking Joe Gatto. But even then, this is so fucking bizarre. And also, I say better, but regardless, this treads on the territory of grooming. So I'm not gonna be like, it's better than other stuff, because it's just not. I'm not gonna defend it, not a tiny bit. So yeah, I'm pretty sure the real bad stuff was right at the beginning, so thank God. But yeah, the rest of this, of this link, of this thread, is just proof that they did talk for quite a while. They don't have the whole thing, from when they talked up until 22 or whatever. But honestly, all this stuff is enough for me to call him a weirdo. Maybe a groomer, but my god, this stuff is fucking bizarre. It is inexcusable and undefendable. I'll read some of it, a bit more so I can paint a clearer picture. But yeah, first couple of screenshots and he's fucking buried already. Not trying to seem really creepy or anything, but I asked Sal on this page a while ago to ask you about that. He saw you go out. I can't fucking read that. Haha, and oh Jesus, with all that talk about dildos, I'm a bit scared. Ha ha ha. Oh my god. So, oh my god, please tell me they're not right or close. I will not say until we meet in person about you pass out. Have a good night, blank. You were so unfair. Fine. Good night. Winky face emoji. Oh my god. Talking about that. Night, I love you. Jesus Christ. You're so cute. Thank you, blank. I love the video. Haha, thanks. Anytime. Fuck, dude, that's Jesus Christ. How much do you love her? Oh, bro, this part. Okay, you cannot defend them because even at the time he was being like, yeah, I should not be doing this. With this being as proof. Hey, blank, can you do me a favor? Please don't put what I told about you turning 18 on a public message board on a Facebook fan page, okay? So even just be like, yo, blank, shut the fuck up. I don't like my private messages shared with fans. Know what I mean? Also, they never sees these pages and that's embarrassing to me. I do love if you could please delete all those posts. Thanks, James. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I think he's bullshitting. Now, I do think he finds stuff embarrassing, but furthermore, he's every worried that I could get him fired or arrested. Maybe not fully arrested, but if he's in America and his fans see this, they'll be like, oh my god, this is fucking disgusting. And that was back then in 2012, so he's definitely worried about it. I'm not sure about the legality of this. I will need someone like Legal Eagle to mention this, but holy fuck, definitely if you're a public figure like him on a pretty big show like Impractical Jokers, yeah, you definitely get fired and maybe be questioned by some fucking authorities from the government. Maybe, but in this one he's being like, don't send them, not because they're not illegal, but because I'm embarrassed, for myself. But it keeps on saying, I'm really sorry, yeah, I delete them. I feel so awkward now. Cool, thanks, no worries at all. So don't feel awkward. I just like keeping a ration of private and public. I can't read that. This fucking button is so annoying. It blocks all the stuff when it's carrying on. Oh my god, James, this is killing me. Can you just tell me what's the hidden in different scenes? I won't tell. Nope, can't say. Oh my, this part's boring. Okay, if you want to read the rest of the stuff, if you want to, it's around this mega thread right here. Most of the stuff is just boring, but in regards, it's them talking about, some prop, and it's just, they keep on talking for quite a bit. I think, what was the latest one? Around, some 2012, April 15, 2012. My God, but yeah, already, that first one, about like him being like, stay fresh for me, till 18, that's very questionable. And also as well, this other one, where was it? This one. Those two messages are just so fucked. Holy shit. So I'm not gonna call it illegal, but holy fuck is it weird for like a 35-year-old man to talk to a 16-year-old and be like, maybe if you're 18, maybe we'll hook up. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna claim, that they were in sexual contact, because I've seen no evidence just yet, but holy fuck, it just shows up being like, maybe I'll stay single for you until then. I promise. I'm not sure if I would say that these allegations are worse than the fucking Joe Gatto ones, but regardless, both of them are pretty fucked. Maybe this one is much worse because, it's someone way younger. And also, if this happened in America, my God, then maybe that would be illegal. I guess it would depend on what state it happened in, but regardless, holy fuck, the location in this was a saving grace for him. I mean, I say saving grace, but regardless, at the end, he still looks like a creepy weirdo. Nonetheless, but I want to talk about this for a second. In the mega thread, they linked to a TikTok from the alleged victim TikTok, where I guess they would show proof of how much they talked. And holy shit, there was a lot. I said, yeah, so because some people are like calling her a lie. They say that she was full of shit. But like, honestly, from what I've seen, yeah, it's incredible. Like, look, she actually like screen recorded messages because people were calling her, oh my God, it's just photoshopped clearly. But like, look, it's clearly real. All the way back from 2012. Like, yeah, see, it's even fucking linked to it. My God, that's just like dead to right evidence. Holy fuck, Jesus Christ. But overall, there's not that much stuff in here. There was some proof of pictures, but like once again, when it's censored, it's very hard to make a timeline or like have like a victim page for this. So very bizarre. The one thing that's interesting is once she became 18, they still kept talking after that. I'm not sure what point they broke off. I think it was 22 or something. But yeah, even then, here we go. No, not that one. Even then, they still kept talking. Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, it was this one. It says here, this one isn't exactly important, but wanted to include this one as it was when I was becoming interested in people my own age at school. And he started chatting less frequently with me afterwards. Holy fuck. There you go. Happy 18th birthday, and then blank, since a name. Holy fuck, dude. So that was most of the damning stuff, and in general, yeah, I would call James Murray a fucking creepy weirdo. Because how do you explain that stuff being like, maybe if you're a teen, then I'll hook up with you, I'll stay single for you. And also being like, hey, don't make this public. Please, it's very embarrassing for me. You can't excuse that at all. But I think I'll wrap up the video with a reply that the victim made, Pretend Crab, where after, she took down her own post, but people thankfully, kept the evidence in the mega thread. And I guess because some people were confused by what she said or what she was alleging, that she wanted to make a clarification reply under this. Where it read, I want to provide some clarification as I'm seeing things get very skewed. I clearly did not put enough thought into my original post or expect to blow up. I'm not accusing James of doing anything illegal. Yeah, near Mike's, at that point, this video would be, a complete mess. Because, like, I don't know shit about, about legal laws, between America and the UK. So it'll be a mess. Also because I don't want to get sued by fucking James Murray. I live in the UK where the legal age of consent is 16. I also already stated that it was a consensual interaction. I'm not accusing him of SA. I was 16 when I first reached out to him. The first time we had romantic sexual contact, I was 17. The photograph is not the only time we kissed. If you read the original post, I never claimed to be 16 in that photograph. That photograph, I think it's this one you're referring to? Below it? Yeah, this one, potentially. I'm not really sure. That photograph was taken a couple of years after we began talking and meeting up. I would have been 18 or 19 in the photograph. I don't know the exact age every time I saw him. I have not claimed otherwise. I would like to reiterate what I already explained. When I first had contact with him, I pretended to be older than I was. I have said a few times now that I accept responsibility for this. I was a teenager trying to impress someone. Okay, you defend him being like, oh, he didn't know the time. However, go back, give me a second. Oh my God, where the fuck is it? Because look at this one. Hey, when I turn 18 in a year and a half, you think we'd go out? Haha, you're awesome. Once you turn 18, email me the same question and I'll be happy to answer. You can't defend that, I'm sorry. However, on our first meeting, he saw my ID and turned a blind eye. Holy further to this, it would have been very clear that I was a 17-year-old. From my behavior and my circumstances I shared with him, he knew I was younger than I had initially said. Jesus Christ, it's creepy, it's grooming behavior and morally wrong. It is not illegal. I'm not accusing him of committing a crime. The reason I share my story is because I was sick of others not being believed and James being defended when I had evidence that he's a creep. Oh, that's well, to go back to her fucking TikTok, apparently she was talking about this for many years. There was some other app, what was it called? Where she posted like her allegations, and even back then nobody believed her. But like, honestly, with the evidence she has so far, my god, how has this not been picked up already, for so long? Here we go. In this post on TikTok, saying, again, I can't get any screenshots of when I posted on Whisper as the app is gone. Yeah, some fucking weird one called Whisper, never heard of it. But yeah, she was talking, this is not proof, that it did happen 100%, but it is proof that she was talking about it for quite a while, and that it's not a fabricated allegation out of nowhere, meant for clout. Like, no, this, has been going on for quite a while. But as you carry on, please, all I wanted to get across that this man's abuses power to groom young women. I'm not sure about power. I always say, that power imbalance excuse in this kind of stories, whatever, which is morally wrong and damaging to them. It's not illegal. I just felt wrong for me to say what experience I had and not share when so many people are being called liars. I just want to protect other people from being potentially taken advantage of by this person. I just want to protect other people from being potentially taken advantage of by this person and the people surrounding him. Holy fuck. There you have it. Oh my god. Yeah, I think that's enough for today. This show is falling apart. With Joe Gatto, I'm pretty sure, he was off the show for quite a while. But if Mur is still on, then yeah, this is just a mess. To be fair, I believe that was gonna happen. He himself, Mur, would make a statement saying that he messed up and he will leave the show or be kicked out. Honestly, I think that's the most realistic, thing that could happen. Because once again, I'm not sure about the legality of this, especially when it's between two countries across the Atlantic with different laws on this. Oh, not as well, state laws. It's just a big fucking mess. But regardless, to chalk this up, I've seen enough to call James Murray a creepy weirdo. I can't see how you could defend him at all. Jesus Christ.